one day I'll be able to voice my thoughts and only do it in one take, you never know. Episode 100, take 2. One of the hardest things to do in your career, hands down. Well, it kind of was for me. And that's why I figured it would be a good opportunity to tell you this sort of thing, give you some information about how I made the jump from assistant to DP, because that sort of thing, I wish that was around when I was making the decision. And it's just nice to hear how other people do it, to know if you're on the right track or to know if you're making the right decision in the first place. There's also over 9,000 of you here now, which is pretty amazing. Thank you so much. But also, you guys don't really know who I am, what I do, how I got here, and where I want to be. So I figured it would be a good opportunity to run you through my experience. The short of the story is I studied film. I did that from 2011 to 2012. It was a TAFE course that was really hands-on. That was a great experience. Probably something I can touch on in another video if you want to. I think I've spoken about it before in another video anyway. From 2013, I started working as an assistant. I was working mostly on small things like short projects, music videos. I did actually get a feature film in there as well, an independent feature, which was pretty fun. Got to cut my teeth being an assistant on that, which was really cool. But at the same time as that, I was working a day job, so I still had income coming in from other places while I could learn and get onto more and more sets. 2014, I went back to study. This time it was a tertiary education course. It was a university course. I didn't really enjoy that. That's another story though. 2015, I started work as a prep tech in rentals. So I got rid of the day job and this became my job. It's a highly technical job, highly recommend it if you want to be an assistant. It's a really good thing to do. You get to be hands-on with so many different cameras and learn so much in the process. At the same time as doing that, I was assisting as well, and I managed to make a lot of contacts doing that job because assistants are constantly coming in and doing their gear checks. You get talking to them, you make a contact, they call you up for a job. It just snowballs from there. After 2 years of doing that, so in 2017, I moved on to just full-time freelance. This came with a job offer that I got for a TV drama that was shooting in Melbourne, and I went on that, which meant I had to leave the prep tech job. It was a time where I was getting a lot more freelance work, and it was starting to interfere with that job, so it was the right time to move on. So I've been assisting since 2013, and in the scheme of things, that's not really that long, but it was enough for me. With the backup knowledge that I had from being a prep tech, I was able to excel a little faster. Well, at least that's what I felt. I felt like I had the knowledge to back me up, and it was the right time to make the jump. And I made that jump immediately after that job that I had in 2017 that prompted me leaving rentals. Like I said, everybody's journey is a little bit different, but one thing is abundantly clear, and that is you're probably not going to hit the ground running. And the chances of becoming an operator or a DP immediately are very slim. It's possible, and people do it, but it is very slim. A lot of people just starting out in film feel like they have to be a head of department immediately. I'm here to tell you otherwise. You do not have to be a head of department immediately. It can take a long time to get there, and ultimately it's your decision when you want to make that jump. Just know that having that backup knowledge as an assistant or working in the industry in some other way can help you get there faster in the end and be a better DP because you have that backup knowledge to help you. You have that backup knowledge to be able to problem solve quicker and be able to understand what to ask of your assistants. Some of that can be learnt over time if you do decide to make the jump immediately, but I feel like if you have the backup knowledge to start with and then you become a DP, it's a little bit more of a smoother process. That's just me though, that's just my advice. Everybody is a little bit different and has their own spin, their own take on things. I didn't want to be an assistant forever. I thoroughly enjoy it. I loved being an assistant, but it wasn't something I wanted to stay in forever, and I just knew it was the right time. So after that TV drama, I did feel kind of bummed out. I felt a little bit deflated with it. Even though I'd learnt a lot and I had a great experience, I still wanted to move on, and I knew that I had that knowledge behind me, so I thought now's as good a time as any time to cut loose and just do it. That jump, that decision was the most difficult decision I have made in my entire career. You kind of have to be prepared for a few things to happen. The first thing is you are not going to hit the ground running. Like I said, you're going to have to put in the hard yards to try and get there. For me, it took about 6 months to get anywhere near, to get a good foothold in that area. Even though I had all of these amazing contacts, all of them knew me as an assistant. So it was really hard to get jobs out of them that were camera operating or director of photography because they only knew me working as an assistant. That meant I had to make all new contacts, and that's something that is a constant thing. You constantly actually are making new contacts. After nearly 3 years of shooting, I am still trying to make the right contacts to get those sort of jobs that I want to do. It's just a thing that you have to be prepared to do. You have to be willing to keep trying. So don't expect to quickly excel through the ranks. Take the time to learn, take the time to practice, because those things are really important. And I feel like that's what I want to get at with this video. Take your time to learn. Take your time to learn those processes and understand the industry which you are in, because ultimately that will help you make your decisions in the end. Oh, and don't be ashamed to have a day job if you need to, because you need to take care of you first. Well, this video is probably really short, but I do hope it helped you in some way. This is sort of information that I feel like needs to be said to people who are thinking about getting in the industry or are quite new to the industry, because it's insider information that isn't really spoken about. And it's something that I would have liked to have seen before I made the jump too, because seeing how other people do it can help you decide when is the right time. Even though you shouldn't be comparing yourself to others, really try hard not to do that. It still is nice to see how other people have done it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll see you next time.